Hey everybody, welcome back. Force here, and today I want to talk with you guys for a little bit about the brand new Deathmatch game mode. This was, if you didn't catch it yet, just added to the PTR yesterday, including a brand new map to go with it. And there are two variations. There is a Deathmatch free-for-all mode, and there's a Team Deathmatch mode. So over the past 24 hours, I've put quite a bit of time into this, actually, more so than I expected. I want to talk a bit about kind of my impressions, give you guys a general overview, and then talk with you about what I think this sort of thing means for the game, because this is a pretty big move for Blizzard in my opinion, and I'm going to outline why here in this video. So let's just jump right into it. First off, let's lay out the basic structure if you haven't looked into this yet. The deathmatch works like pretty much every other deathmatch in any other game that you have played. Now the player limit right now is set to 8, and it's a free-for-all with the first person to get 20 kills winning the game. So there is that brand new map that's made specifically for the free-for-all deathmatch. A lot of people have been referencing Quake. I think just the reason is it's got some verticality to it, it's got some jump pads, it's got a bunch of different corridors and different sections that are kind of really defined. It makes for, I guess, a lot of, it can sound kind of cheesy, but a lot of memories in the different sections of the map. Like you get these really intense battles, and certain heroes are better in certain parts, and it's a good map, I guess is the point. It's a good map, it's a memorable map. The reason I think this is a big thing, and again, there's the two variations. There's the free-for-all with 8 players, and then there's the team deathmatch, which at the moment was set to a 4 versus 4, with the first team to get 30 kills winning. I did play some team deathmatch, but I have spent most of my time in the free-for-all deathmatch, and I'll tell you why. I think what this mode does for Overwatch is it gives it the option, similar to kind of the 1v1 dual elimination mode. It gives you the option to, I guess, shine as a player. One of the most frustrating things that you'll see brought up for people about Overwatch is the reliance on the team, the sort of inability to carry unless you are leagues above the people that you are playing with. In a match, you rely heavily on your teammates. Now, certainly if you have a Grandmaster player playing in Bronze, Silver, Platinum, or even Diamond, if they're truly one of the best players in this game, one of the top 0.1%, yeah, they can carry their matches. But a lot of times, if you're in games where you're even just relatively close to the basic skill level of the people you're playing with, it's pretty much impossible to carry just because of the respawns, because of the team synergy and the different types of heroes. But a mode like Deathmatch really puts all of the burden on your shoulders, and whether or not you win or lose is up to you. That's something that's really, I guess, missing from Overwatch by its design, and that's totally fine. It's a team-based game. Much like a lot of MOBAs out there, people reference those, games like League of Legends or Dota. Yeah, it's pretty important for the rest of your team to do good if they're feeding or just, there's many ways for your team to hamper your ability to win in games like that, and Overwatch is definitely one of those games as well. The fact that Blizzard is able to utilize this arcade to try different things that they might not have tried otherwise. In fact, Jeff Kaplan even mentioned in the developer update that he has talked about Deathmatch in the past, and when he did talk about it, he said it's basically something they were never going to add. But because they have the arcade, it lets them try all sorts of different things. And it's really great because I feel like Deathmatch and other things that they might be willing to try besides their traditional team-based modes, the payloads, the point captures, all of that stuff. The arcade lets them add things like Deathmatch that can really breathe life back into the game. And I say that at a time where, if you've been following, I guess, the scene at all, and you've been watching, say, Overwatch streamers, or you've been listening to Overwatch YouTubers, it seems like pretty much across the board there's been, I'd say, a bit of burnout with Overwatch. And I think a lot of that comes down to a few factors. You know, there is, some would call, a slow rate of update for a game like Overwatch in terms of them truly adding new things or doing what people would deem as necessary balance patches. Some people perceive Blizzard as going kind of slow, and they say that that's the reason for people kind of getting tired and moving on. I think some of it could be related to that. I think some of it could just be the fact that, people grow tired of things and they move on. But it's really on Blizzard to try to keep the game fresh, whether it's by balance patches that change the meta. Obviously, the Season 5 meta that we've been going through has been a huge point of contention and complaint from a lot of the community, at least a vocal portion of the community. Balance patches, the addition of new heroes, but again, something like this, the addition of new modes, can also go a long way to keep the game fresh. And something like this is a lot of fun. If I fail, I fail because I sucked, not because my team wasn't working well. There's no one else to blame but myself. Again, similar to the 1v1 duels, it puts everything on your shoulders, and I think that's a really great thing, and I'm happy to see that they're willing to add that sort of game mode to this game. There's nothing particularly unique about this deathmatch in Overwatch, just the fact that it is a deathmatch in Overwatch. And some people might say, well, you could just go play a real arena shooter like Quake or something, if that's the sort of experience that you want. But I know myself and a lot of you watching this video, you really love Overwatch. You love the characters, you love the universe, and Blizzard adding that sort of a mode to this game, even though it's contrary to kind of the base structure of the game, it's a nice addition. It's a ton of fun. I can see myself playing almost exclusively this for quite a long time. And Blizzard's ability and desire to add new things, I think is really important. And I'm so happy to see this. I'm having so much fun with it. I know not all of you have access to the PTR, especially the console player base out there. But let me just tell you, this is an awesome new mode, and I think a lot of you are going to really dig it. I myself, at least, I think I'm going to be playing it quite a lot. That's going to do it for me here today, guys. As always, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you have a good one. And until next time, I'll see you later.